Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Good Dog. Today we're going to talk about trimming your dog's nails. So I have Princess here, and her nails aren't terribly long, because they've just been trimmed about 3 weeks ago. But I want to do a video on this, because sometimes people aren't sure how to clip their dog's nails. So in a dog's nail, there is a structure called the quick, which is what gives the nail its blood supply. You do not want to chop the quick or your dog will bleed everywhere. I mean, it's not life-threatening or anything, but it's painful and you do not want to hit the quick. So Princess here has black nails, which is a little bit harder to see the quick. For her, I know how far to cut. If you don't know how far to cut, start small and work your way up. Slowly. Just cut the nails back slowly, a little bit at a time. And here, I've got a pair of dog nail clippers. You do not need anything fancy. These came from the dollar store. They cost me $1. You can see that stuff at Walmart. That'll cost you $19, $20. But honestly, you just need a pair of clippers. Now, these have a safety mechanism on them because these things are very sharp in between the two, that you can lock it when not in use. Like that. And unlock it. And this is what's called a quick guard, but you can put it behind the nail clipper so that you can make sure you don't cut too far. I don't use it because it just gets in my way, and I know my dog's nails personally and how far to cut. So let's get to the actual clipping part. Now, Princess here is very tolerant about this. She's a very good girl. She stays still. My other dog, Panda, would not be a good candidate for, say, like a video because he likes to squirm. So you have to be aware of how your dog's going to handle this. If they're really going at it and they don't want you to touch their nails, then having a groomer or a veterinarian do it would be your best option. But most of the time, if you're calm about it, then you can accomplish the task at home. So here you're getting a real good look at the nails. And good girl. Hang on, good girl. And you can see that they're not terribly long, but they are a little longer than they should be. So you can actually look at the underside of the nail. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that on camera. But sometimes if you look at the underside of the nail, you can also find where the quick is. Now you can see here, she's got a little bit of a split nail. That can happen when they're roughhousing. So you also want to be careful if you're going to cut a nail like that. You're not going to split it all the way down to the quick, so you're going to be gentle. Now, I want to show you something called a dew claw. So this right here is a dew claw, and it's located on the side of your dog's leg. Some dogs will have their dew claws removed when they're puppies or later in life because they can be really loose, and if the dog were to get the dew claw caught on something, it can rip the entire claw part off. Princess has, both my dogs still have their dew claws. So this claw's main purpose is to grab objects, help stabilize them. And this is very important not to forget to cut because, as you can see, it curves down. And if you wait too long, this can grow a lot faster than these nails. A lot of people tend to focus on cutting these nails, and they have a little more ways to go before they're going to embed themselves into the paw. If you forget about the dew claw, then it can easily embed itself into the dog's skin. So we're going to cut the dew claw. So you can see that this dew claw is not very long. It doesn't need much cutting. When I feel it, it's not sharp. But it wouldn't hurt just to take a little edge off. Like I said, with claws like this, a little at a time is better than trying to take a big, huge chunk off. That way you don't have to worry about hitting the quick. So to clip the dew claw, just kind of hold the claw out. Oh, move your tongue, baby. Hold the claw out a little bit so that it's not directly up next to the dog's skin. Take your clippers. Take the edge of the dew claw and just clip like that. It's very easy. And then you can just kind of feel it. It's not sharp. And if it was really long, you could maybe take off a little more. Hers don't really need that. So that's how you do a dew claw. It's pretty easy. And it's basically the same exact process for the other claws on the paw. Just take the clippers. I'm trying to do this so you can see the nail. Good girl. Good girl. Stay. There we go. So take the paw, take the edge of the claw, and cut. And depending on how long your dog's nails are, is again, like, going to depend on how far you cut. Princesses are pretty short. They're not too incredibly long. So it's basically the same for the back feet. I'm not going to show you that because it's harder to film. But that is the basics of cutting a dog's nails. Less is more. Do it over time instead of trying to compound it all at once. And just be patient and gentle with your dog. And don't forget those dew claws. It's a lot easier to cut your dog's nails if you have them sitting or lying down rather than trying to do it standing. I also find it easier if you are sitting down yourself. You want to be calm and make it not a big deal. So thank you so much for watching, and also do not forget to give your dog a treat for being such a good girl. And I will see you next time on Good Dog.